lab from watching YouTube videos.
Oh.
It'll be good if I had my own Macintosh that I could learn to use QLab and that.
And so then when we did Hamlet this year, you did not do the lights. Last year, you didn't do the lights that time.
I did the sound.
Yeah, cool. And so I was kind of more of a stage manager, I suppose, for the giving Aaron the cues to go and whatnot. But yeah, we definitely worked through that and had a lot of fun. Aaron and I in the bio box.
Yes.
I can't go through all the stories, but we definitely had a lot of fun up there.
Yeah, I have been up there. I'll tell you one little. Can I tell a story, Aaron? Since we've got a little bit of just to get a flavour of the bio box, because I only kind of recently joined you guys in the bio box.
Yes.
When we went on tour.
Yes.
So we did Hamlet and the Climate Emergency.
Yep.
In 21, which was a Tropical Arts production. I directed it, and you guys were in the bio box. You did the lighting design, and Aaron, you were really helpful with me planning and getting us onto the QLab tech stuff.
Yes.
And then anyway, you guys are operating away, and for one particular show, I remember coming on behind the bio box, and I was watching the show, and you guys were intensely focused.
Yes.
Intensely, cue for cue, making sure that everything was perfect. And I was just there as a director and as the most useless person in the show, actually, at the end of the show, as the director, because you got no more job to do. So I was just enjoying myself. At a certain point,
Stuffed up.
yes, no. Well, I nearly did. I nearly made you stuff up because what did I do? I laughed out
but I
loud.
want the cues to be perfect.
That's right. So I was like, ha ha ha, and that the guys kind of pulled out of it, and Aaron got. You told me off. Didn't you?
But I want the cue to be perfect.
Exactly. You are a perfectionist in that regards.
And the show went on, and we did very well.
That's right. And then we went to Atherton and to Port Douglas, and they were interesting shows. We actually have talked about the different venues.
Oh yeah, cool.
On our pilot podcast.
Yes.
I think. All right. Can we move back to True Friends? And maybe if you would ask this question.
What thoughts do you have about the production?
Well, my main thought is how excited I am to kind of see the content that you have made. I can only imagine how great it's going to be. I did hear a little bit at the showcase at the ARC, and I was thoroughly impressed. So, my thought is, I think it's going to be, I suppose, a lot deeper than people will think. And I've had a quick flick through the script, and I've seen some pretty cool looking scenes, and I'm quite excited to light them. Because I can see the pictures that you were kind of thinking of when you were writing it, and so a bit of a long thought, but yeah, I'm definitely excited to kind of dig deeper into the script and.
Well, it's so we go just so that you get a time of when we're producing this podcast or when we're recording this podcast.
Yes.
The date we figured out was the 9th of April that we're on today, and so next week, come Monday,
we're going to be creative development.
Yes. So creative development is that zone of the production where we put all our creative thoughts. We read the script, go through it, and then put all of our thoughts into it.
Yes.
And so we're just sort of thinking about what it's going to be like in the future.
Yeah.
It's a really good visioning time of when we're going to be actually getting this delicious vision together.
Yes.
And Friday,
we have the creative development presentation.
That's it. So on Friday, that's the 6 till 7 time slot, we're going to be presenting all our ideas.
Yes.
So that'll be recorded as well. So we might even be able to slip some of